Hello, I'm going to be talking about the ST Twilight Fang and some of the things I noticed about this mech. I think it's the combo mod. Now this isn't just for this mech, but it's right here. The combo mod for it is after triggering rear attack damage plus 18%. Each turn after triggering the first rear attack AP cost -1, minimum is 1 AP. So I know a lot of people might be misled to believe that this happens every turn that rear attack happens. No, it doesn't. It states right here each turn after triggering the first rear attack. So the first rear attack, you're going to have -1 on the skill that you use. Then the rear attack after that, it won't work. However, this right here, after triggering rear attack, the damage plus 18% will always happen for every rear attack. I will show you that right now.
Think before you act.
Alright, let's begin. So if you go over here, I'm going to show you in one run. So we're just going to get this started for the test. Okay, so it only works on the first rear attack, and as you can see, it's 2 right now. If you load raid,
think before you act.
it's 1. And then the next attack, it will be 2. As you can see, it's 2. And then the next attack, it's still 2. So it doesn't work after the first rear attack. So if we go all the way back, if we just do the normal rear attack, so if we do this, we get the combo mod and it becomes 1. Then the next one will be 2. So it doesn't work outside of load raid either. However, something you guys probably didn't know is if you look at the top left right here, combo mod, So the combo mod, why it keeps showing up right there is because you're getting the plus 18% extra damage for each rear attack that you're doing, which is very nice for Twilight Fang. The only issue is that you can't keep getting the AP buff from Twilight Fang. You want to go into very specifics here, and it's should I rainbow Twilight Fang? I'm gonna be real honest. Twilight Fang, rainbow Twilight Fang isn't as necessary as rainbow Glacier. I think out of the two, if you're going to rainbow Twilight Fang or rainbow Glacier, I would probably save your resources to rainbow Glacier instead, because having the ability to re-attack every single round without any requirements, as long as they're above, I think 60% health, if I'm not mistaken. Why did I do that? So right here, yeah, just above 60%. Is just far better than Twilight Fang if we're looking at rainbow skills. So combo mod, because it doesn't work after every rear attack, it kind of devalues Twilight Fang just a tad bit, and it favors a rainbow Glacier instead due to the extra flurry attack you get above 60%, which is not only are you getting that, you're getting plus 18% extra damage from Glacier, plus the extra flurry attack from Glacier as long as they're above 60% health, which just really helps in nuking down an enemy. Now this, if you're wondering, well, that 1 AP isn't really changing much anyway, it's pointless. Actually, the difference is kind of noticeable. The reason being is that -1 AP cost, instead of only having 4 shots with Frida during load raid, it becomes 5 shots. The reason being is without the combo mod, you start off with 8 AP, load raid cost is 1, right? And if you count charge up, which is 2 extra AP, you technically you can only shoot 3 without charge up, because it's 2, 4, 6, and then with charge up is basically like adding another shot, so it becomes 4, and then you'll have 1 AP left. However, with this, it basically allows you to use that last AP, allowing you to hit 5 shots instead of 4 shots. So it's good. I mean, it is a straight 100% damage you're getting once you rainbow it, because of the extra shot. It's not as good as Rainbow Glacier, which is always happening above 60% health. which is far more applicable. Which is just far more applicable in every scenario. This, because it's being used with Frida, the issue is that Frida kind of has to be standing still. You can use it with other characters like Marcus. I think Twilight Fang with Marcus is just a tad bit better. So the good news is you don't have to Rainbow Twilight Fang because this mod isn't really making a change. Which means that you don't have to fake Rainbow Twilight Fang. Instead, you can choose 4 other mods until you fully rainbow out Twilight Fang, which, by the way, Twilight Fang is not hard to rainbow because, if I'm not mistaken, if we go to dispatch, and where is it? So we do get a copy of Twilight Fang from dispatch, and we also do get the upgrade mods for Twilight Fang as well. And then we also get, where is it? We also do get another copy of Twilight Fang from the arena. So if I'm not mistaken, you only really need 1 more Twilight Fang, and then you can rainbow the mech out. If I'm not mistaken. So if we look at is that correct? Because you're gonna need 1 copy, which will get to 2, and then from 2 to 3 it's gonna take normal parts, and then from gold 3 to rainbow it's going to take 2 more. Yeah, it's gonna take 2 more copies because, so as of right now, you're gonna need 1 more copy because the first copy you get from the arena will be your first, and then the free upgrade materials you get from dispatch will get all the parts to gold 2. Then from gold 2 to gold 3 it's going to take normal parts or just any ST parts, which will get you from gold 2 to gold 3, and then from gold 3 you're going to need a level 3 Twilight Fang piece, which you will need a Twilight Fang part plus another Twilight Fang part to get to gold 3, which you will need to get 1 more Twilight Fang in order to get that piece to gold 3, and then you're going to combine the gold 3 part with the other gold 3 part that you have for Twilight Fang to get it to rainbow. With all that gibberish that I just said, you're going to need 2 more. No, you're only going to need 1 more Twilight Fang to get to gold 3. So it's fairly easy and free to play to get this mech to gold 3, or sorry, to rainbow, because you only need 1 more Twilight Fang, which you can get from a Twilight Fang rerun, or maybe you might even get it from just pulling another mech and you might get another Twilight Fang. But as long as you get 1 more copy of Twilight Fang, you are able to get it to rainbow without much effort. You just need fodder for it. Right, so for the Twilight Fang for Frida, I'm going to show you the build for it, which is going to be load rate, charge up, and shooting cans. So you might be wondering, why don't use eradication? Eradication doesn't work with shields, and coercion is way too costly for an AP skill, and I'm going to show you why shooting cans is really nice, especially for the build I'm going to be using. So for Twilight Fang, I'm going to be using Sepis mods. Once I get the upgrades for Twilight Fang, I will be using Sepis mods to get the HM Abridged unit, which is going to be this mod right here. When in combat against enemies within one ring, hit rate plus 3% and crit rate plus 30%, which at max will be 15%, which is really nice, which works with shooting cans because shooting cans requires you to have above 80% hit rate, and this plus 15% will always ensure you're above that. And then the plus crit rate plus 15% because it ties in real nice to everything else. Which if we look here, it ties in right here at ideal range plus 15%, and Frida's skill at A3 is instability status, give it plus 15%, so it'll be 45% crit rate almost every single time. However, that will be it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna head out. Peace.
You and I till the